9 to 5 Job, 5 to 9 Dream. By David Russo. You don't need to quit your job to chase your dream. You need to stop wasting the hours after it. This is not a story about escaping the 9 to 5. It's about using it while you build the life you actually want. Introduction. Your second shift. Most people think they have a time problem. I don't have time. I'm too tired after work. I'll start when things calm down. Sound familiar? Here's the truth. It's not a time problem. It's a priority problem. Every day, millions of people clock in, give their energy to a job, then go home and disappear into distraction, TV, scrolling, complaining, waiting for the right moment that never comes. But the people who actually change their lives, they don't wait. They work their job and then they work their dream. This audiobook is for the person who's tired but still hungry, the one who knows there's more to life, even if they don't know exactly how to get there yet. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a second shift, a shift after work, after the bills are paid, after the responsibilities are handled, a shift where you invest in the life you actually want. Over the next chapters, we'll explore why I don't have time is a lie, how to cut distractions, build momentum, and turn small, consistent actions into breakthroughs. You'll learn how to switch your mind from employee mode to creator mode, even when you're tired, even when the world tells you to wait. By the end, the goal is simple. You won't just dream. You'll act. You won't just hope. You'll create. Because the 9 to 5 was never your enemy. It was your foundation. And it's on that foundation you'll build the life you've always wanted. Chapter 1. The Lie About Time. Most people say, I don't have time. But let's be honest, you do. You always have time. The real question is, what are you choosing to do with it? Time isn't stolen by your job, your commute, or even your family responsibilities. Time is quietly eaten by habits that feel harmless but add up. Scrolling your phone, binge-watching shows, checking emails over and over, worrying about things you can't control. Here's the hard truth. No one will ever hand you extra hours. No one is going to clear your schedule, though you can chase your dream. If you want that life, you have to take it, and that starts with the hours you already have. Your 24 hours are yours. Every day, you get the same 24 hours as everyone else. Some people make it count. Some people let it slip. Think about it. 8 hours at work, 1 hour commuting, 1 hour eating and getting ready, 8 hours sleeping. That leaves 6 hours. 6 hours where you could scroll, or you could create. It's not a huge number, but that's enough to start. Enough to build momentum. Enough to start stacking small wins that compound over weeks and months. Distractions are the real thief. Here's where most people go wrong. They let distraction win. You tell yourself, I'm too tired. I need to relax. And there's nothing wrong with rest, but most relaxation is passive. It doesn't move you forward. It doesn't get you closer to your dream. What's worse is how sneaky distractions are. Social media doesn't feel like lost time, it feels like a break. But a break can easily become a trap. Every hour you lose here is an hour you could have invested in your future. The power of choice. Here's the key. Time is a choice. You can't control how many hours the day gives you, but you can control what you do with them. You can choose distraction, or you can choose progress. This chapter isn't about guilt. It's about clarity. It's about seeing where your hours really go and deciding right now that you will stop letting your life slip through scrolling fingers. Your dream won't wait for the perfect time. It will only grow if you make the time, consistently, after work, in those hours that feel too small. So the question is simple. What will you do with your next hour? Not tomorrow, not when you feel more energized, but right now. Because that's the only way your second shift begins. And it's the only way your dream stops being a wish and starts being your life. Chapter 2. Your 2 lives. Every person has 2 lives. The first is obvious. It's the life you clock into every morning. The life that pays your bills, keeps a roof over your head, and makes sure your responsibilities are handled. Let's call it your paid life. The second life, the one most people ignore, is your purpose life. This is the life that exists in the hours after work, the weekends, the moments when no one is watching. It's the life where you chase your passion, build your skills, and grow toward the person you want to become. And here's the thing. Most people live entirely in their paid life. They let their purpose life wither or worse, disappear because they think they don't have enough time, energy, or clarity. But you're not most people. Understanding the split. Think of your day as two shifts. Shift 1, your paid life, work, commute, meetings, deadlines. It's necessary, it's stable, it's real. Shift 2, your purpose life, your dreams, your goals, your creative work. It's optional, but optional doesn't mean unimportant. The challenge is mental. When your paid life ends, most people don't switch. They stay in employee mode, tired, passive, reactive. They scroll, they binge, they wait for tomorrow. The people who succeed, they flip the switch. They step into creator mode, even when the couch is calling, even when energy is low. Your life is not either. Or, here's a misconception. Some people think you have to quit your job to live your dream. That's false. Your paid life isn't the enemy. It's the foundation. It's the platform that allows your purpose life to grow without financial stress. The secret is to honor both, without letting one dominate the other. Small shifts, big changes. The split doesn't require huge chunks of time. It requires awareness and consistency. Awareness. Recognize when your day shifts from paid life to purpose life. Consistency. Use even 1 to 2 focused hours after work to work on your dream. Over weeks, months, and years, those hours become the momentum that transforms your life. Your two lives are not enemies, they are partners. One funds your present, the other builds your future. The challenge is simple. Treat them with respect and use each wisely. Action step. Tonight, after your workday ends, take one small action for your purpose life. It could be sketching an idea, writing one paragraph, researching a skill, sending one email toward your goal. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to take hours. It just has to happen. This is how the second shift starts. By recognizing your two lives and choosing, consciously, to invest in both, you begin turning your dream from a distant someday into a part of your everyday reality. Remember, your paid life sustains you. Your purpose life defines you. Treat both as equally important, and you'll discover the energy, focus, and clarity you thought you didn't have. Chapter 3. The Second Shift Mindset. By now, you've accepted one truth. You have two lives. Your paid life and your purpose life. The next step, learning how to flip the switch between them. This is what I call the second shift mindset. It's the ability to leave employee mode behind when your workday ends and step fully into creator mode. It's mental, it's emotional, and it's more important than any skill, strategy, or tool you could have. Employee mode versus creator mode. When you leave your job, you have two options. 1. Employee mode, tired, passive, reactive. You scroll, watch, wait. Your energy is spent. Your dream remains stagnant. 2. Creator mode, focused, deliberate, proactive. You take small, meaningful actions every day toward your purpose. Momentum builds. Progress happens. Most people never even realize they're in employee mode after work. They think rest is necessary, but what they really need is mental separation. Flipping the switch. Switching modes isn't about waiting to feel motivated. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. The switch happens by choice, not feeling. Here's how. 1. Physical signal. Do something to mark the end of your paid life. Shut your laptop. Change your clothes. Step outside. This signals your brain. Work is done. Creator mode begins. 2. Mental signal. Remind yourself why you're doing this. A sentence works. My dream deserves my attention tonight. 3. Micro rituals. Small routines can reinforce the mindset. It could be as simple as brewing a cup of tea, lighting a candle, or putting on a playlist that signals focus. The goal is to create a mental boundary. Paid life stops here. Purpose life starts now. The discipline factor. Here's where most people fail. Energy. After 8 hours of work, the couch looks irresistible. But discipline isn't about brute force. It's about habits that make the switch automatic. Start small. 20 to 30 minutes a day of focused work on your dream. Pick a consistent start time after work. Track progress daily. These tiny acts of consistency train your mind. to automatically switch modes even when tired, stressed, or uninspired. Why the second shift mindset matters. Without it, your purpose life will always lose to distraction. Without it, you'll look back in months or years and realize your dream never left your imagination. With it, even an hour a day compounds. You start creating, experimenting, learning. Your confidence grows. Your dream starts to feel real, and real dreams change everything. Action step. Tonight, try this. 1. Decide the moment your paid life ends. 2. Perform a small ritual that signals the shift. 3. Work on your purpose life for just 20 minutes. No distractions. No excuses. That's it. Just 20 minutes to start rewiring your brain. Tomorrow, repeat. The day after, repeat. Consistency is your secret weapon. Your second shift isn't about luck. It's about choice, choosing to invest in yourself, choosing to create, choosing to flip the switch every day. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Eventually, the second shift mindset isn't a conscious effort, it's your default. And that, my friend, is how real change begins. Chapter 4. Tired, but still working. Here's the truth nobody tells you. You will be tired, not just a little tired. Bone deep. I just survived the workday and all I want is my bed. Tired. Most people use that as an excuse to put their dreams on hold. They tell themselves, I'll start tomorrow, when I feel better, when I have more energy, and tomorrow never comes. But here's what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. They work even when tired. This chapter isn't about pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about learning how to create momentum in the moments you have energy, focus, and willpower. Even when it feels impossible, energy is a resource. Think of your energy like money. You only have so much each day, and you spend it on choices. Your job takes a big chunk, but after that, you still have some to invest in your dream. The key is strategic allocation. High energy tasks for when your mind is sharp, learning new skills, writing, coding, creative work. Low energy tasks for when your mind is tired, planning, organizing, brainstorming, reviewing progress. By respecting your energy levels and assigning tasks wisely, you stay productive without burning out. Micro work wins. You don't need to tackle a huge project after work to make progress. One small, focused action can compound into huge results. 20 minutes writing a business plan, 15 minutes learning a new skill on your phone, 10 minutes reaching out to a contact. These tiny wins matter. Momentum builds faster than brute force. Rituals to fight fatigue. Here's how to trick your mind into action, even when it's screaming for rest. 1. Movement. 5 minutes of stretching, a short walk, or a quick workout wakes up your body and mind. 2. Environment. Clear a dedicated workspace. Signal to your brain, this is where your dream gets attention. 3. Boundaries. No phone, no social media, no distractions during your second shift. Even 20 uninterrupted minutes is powerful. 4. Micro deadlines. Tell yourself, I'll work for just 15 minutes. Often, once you start, you naturally continue longer. Discipline over motivation. Motivation is fickle. Energy is limited. But discipline is your superpower. Discipline in glamour sits the quiet choice to start, even when you don't feel like it. It's showing up after work, consistently, when no one is watching. The magic is that the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Soon, tiredness won't feel like an excuse, it will feel like a cue. Time to show up. Action step. Tonight, pick one task for your purpose life. Just one. Set a timer for 20 to 30 minutes. Do it with zero distractions. No guilt. No overthinking. When the timer ends, reflect. I showed up, even tired. Do this every day, and fatigue becomes irrelevant. Your dream doesn't need perfect conditions. It only needs you. The people who succeed after their 9 to 5 aren't superhuman. They're just disciplined. They don't wait for energy. They create it, channel it, and show up again and again. And when you do the same, something incredible happens. Tiredness stops being a barrier. It becomes the proving ground for your second shift. Chapter 5. Cutting the noise. By now, you've learned the things. 1. You have a second shift, a purpose life worth investing in. 2. You can work on it even when tired. But there's another challenge waiting for you. Distraction. Distractions aren't loud. They don't always scream for your attention. They are subtle, quiet, and sneaky. And if you're not careful, they'll quietly eat every hour you could have spent building your dream. The subtle thieves of time. Think about it. Social media scrolling just for a minute that turns into 45. TV shows, one episode after another. Comfort habits that make you feel okay but don't move you forward. Endless news feeds, notifications, email chains. Alone, each seems harmless. Together, they devour hours of your life. And here's the thing, your dream isn't fighting them directly. You are. Every time you give your attention to noise, you're choosing to delay your purpose. How to cut the noise. Cutting the noise ain't about becoming a monk or eliminating all fun. It's about conscious control over your focus. 1. Identify your biggest time wasters. Track your evenings for 3 days. Where are your hours going? Which habits are non-negotiable and which are stealing time? 2. Set clear boundaries. Remove distractions from your environment. Put your phone on airplane mode during your second shift. Close social media tabs. Work in a space that signals focus. 3. Replace noise with small wins. Every time you cut a distraction, replace it with something productive for your dream. Even if it's just 10 minutes, you're rewiring your brain to seek progress instead of passive escape. 4. Batch your passive time. It's okay to scroll or watch shows, but do it intentionally, not by default. Batch relaxation into a set time. That way, it doesn't creep into your second shift hours. The power of invisible focus. Focus is invisible, but incredibly powerful. People who succeed after their 9-5 don't necessarily have more hours. They just protect the ones they have. Your second shift is sacred. Every distraction you remove is a micro-investment in your dream. It's quiet work that compounds into visible results. Action step. Tonight. Identify one distraction that eats your evening without adding value. Remove it. Replace it with 10 to 20 minutes of focused work toward your purpose life. Do this consistently, and your dream will start to grow in the space you've freed. Remember, distractions aren't your enemy. They're just unchallenged habits, and habits can be changed. Cutting the noise is about reclaiming your time, reclaiming your focus, and reclaiming your life. Because the hours after your 9-5 aren't just free time, they're the building blocks of your future. Chapter 6. Small work, big results. Here's a secret most people don't understand. You don't need to work for hours every night to make your dream a reality. In fact, trying to do too much is one of the fastest ways to fail. Burnout, overwhelm, and frustration follow. The key isn't intensity, it's consistency. Small, deliberate actions done every day compound into results you can't achieve with sporadic bursts of effort. The power of compounding. Think about money in a bank account. A little deposit, made regularly, grows into something significant over time. The same is true for your second shift work. 30 minutes of focused writing every day. 1 hour of learning a new skill each evening. Reaching out to one new contact a day. These tiny actions might feel insignificant now, but in a month, you'll have dozens of hours invested. In a year, hundreds. And that's how dreams move from ideas to reality. Why small wins matter. Big goals can be overwhelming. If you focus only on the end result, it's easy to quit before you even start. Small wins do two things. 1. Build momentum. Each completed task reinforces your confidence and keeps you moving. 2. Make progress visible. Even tiny results remind you that your efforts matter, fueling motivation for the next session. Consistency beats intensity every time. 1 hour a day, done regularly, will always outperform sporadic 8-hour sessions once a month. How to make small work effective. 1. Define your core actions. Identify 1 to 3 activities that truly move your dream forward. Everything else is noise. 2. Set time limits. Commit to short, focus sessions. 20 to 60 minutes is enough. 3. Track your progress. Seeing your streak, your notes, your drafts, or your outputs builds accountability and confidence. 4. Celebrate tiny wins. Even finishing a paragraph, sending an email, or sketching an idea counts. Every step matters. The ripple effect. Small work doesn't just produce results in your dream, it changes your identity. You start to see yourself as someone who creates, not just consumes. You notice new opportunities because your mind is actively building rather than passively scrolling. You gain skills, confidence, and momentum that compound into something bigger than you imagined. Remember, no giant leap can replace hundreds of small steps done consistently. Action step. Tonight, pick one small task that directly advances your purpose life. Commit 20 to 60 minutes to it. Focus fully. No multitasking. No excuses. Tomorrow, do it again, and the next day. This is how ordinary people transform into creators, not by working harder, but by working smarter, consistently, and deliberately. Your dream doesn't require perfection, it requires persistence. Small work, done daily, is the engine that turns a 9-to-5 existence into a life you actually love. Chapter 7. Building in Silence. Here's a truth most people ignore. You don't need an audience to start your dream. In fact, announcing it too early can sometimes do more harm than good. Praise, opinions, and unsolicited advice often slow progress instead of accelerating it. This chapter is about building in silence, focusing on your work privately until it's strong enough to show the world. Why silence matters. When you share your dream too early, you seek validation instead of progress. You open yourself up to doubt and criticism before your work can speak for itself. You risk losing momentum because external opinions start influencing your decisions. Your dream only grows when you work on it consistently, not when you talk about it. Silence gives you space to experiment, fail, and improve without pressure. It allows you to focus on results, not recognition. The power of private progress. Think of your dream like a seed. You plant it, you water it, you nurture it. You don't announce to the world the exact moment the seed hits the soil. You wait until it sprouts, until it can survive outside your hands. Private progress is like that seed growing quietly underground. You do the work, you track your growth, you adjust, and when it finally emerges, it's strong and ready. How to build in silence. 1. Focus on the work, not the audience. Stop sharing every idea or draft. Work first, share later. 2. Track your progress privately. Journals, habit trackers, or private spreadsheets can show how far you've come without needing anyone else's approval. 3. Set personal deadlines. Instead of rushing to impress others, create your own milestones. When you meet them, celebrate quietly. 4. Ignore external noise. Social media, friends, and even well-meaning manners can unintentionally derail your momentum. Stay committed to your second shift. The benefit of hidden work. You develop confidence in your abilities before exposing them to judgment. You build consistency and habits that last. Because the work itself becomes the reward. You create results that speak for themselves, rather than relying on hype or recognition. Most people never reach this point because they're constantly seeking approval. Those who succeed learn to thrive in private first. Action step. Tonight, commit to one focus session of private work. No sharing, no posting, no announcing, just you, your dream, and the progress you can control. Do this consistently. Watch how your skills grow. Notice how your confidence builds, and when the time comes to share, your work will shine so brightly it speaks for itself. Your second shift is your secret advantage. Build quietly, work deliberately, and your results will eventually make noise louder than any words could. Chapter 8. When nothing is working, at some point, it will happen. You'll put in hours after your 9 to 5. You'll follow your second shift habits. You'll cut the noise, build in silence, and stay consistent. And nothing seems to happen. No breakthrough, no progress, no signs that your dream is growing. This is the moment where most people quit. They look at the results or lack of them and say, maybe I'm not cut out for this. But here's the truth. Slow progress is still progress, and the people who change their lives are the ones who keep going when it feels invisible. Why nothing feels like nothing? Progress is rarely linear. Most of it happens quietly, underneath the surface. Skills develop before results show. Networks grow before opportunities appear. Confidence builds before your breakthrough arrives. The problem isn't your effort. The problem is expectation. You're measuring success too soon. You're comparing your journey to someone else's highlight reel. The importance of persistence. The second shift isn't about instant results. It's about compounding effort over time. 1 hour a day of focused work, one small improvement every week, one consistent habit repeated for months. This is what separates dreamers from doers. The work you do now, even when it feels invisible, is laying the foundation for something real. Dealing with doubt. Doubt is natural. It will whisper, "Is this even worth it? Maybe you're not talented enough. You'll never get there." The antidote: action. Not answers, not reassurance. Action. Keep showing up, one small step at a time. The results will eventually answer the doubt for you. Reframe the slow period. Instead of thinking, "Nothing is happening," think, "I am learning, I am building habits, I am growing," even if the results aren't visible yet. Every expert was once invisible. Every successful creator felt stuck. Every dreamer faced a long, quiet stretch before breakthrough. Action step. Tonight, reflect on your progress so far. Write down 3 ways your efforts have grown you, even if the dream hasn't yet materialized. A skill you've improved, a habit you've built, a small success you didn't notice before. Then, do one small task toward your dream. That's it. 1 step, 1 hour, 1 email, 1 page. Persistence doesn't feel exciting, but it works. Over time, your consistency turns invisible effort into visible success. When nothing is working, keep working. When the world sees no progress, remember, the second shift is silent, unseen, and powerful. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Chapter 9. The first breakthrough. Then it happens. After weeks, months, or even years of quiet effort, something shifts. You see the first sign that your second shift is working. Maybe it's your first client or sale, a completed project that feels real, a skill mastered that once felt impossible, recognition from someone who notices your work. This is your first breakthrough, and it's a powerful, intoxicating moment. Why the first breakthrough matters. The first breakthrough is more than just a result. It's proof. Proof that you can do it. Your effort was not wasted. Your dream is possible. It validates all the nights you stayed up, all the small wins you stacked, all the invisible work you put in. But, and this is important, it's also a test. Don't let it break you. Many people make a mistake at this stage. They assume the breakthrough means it's easy now. They relax their discipline, thinking momentum will carry them. They compare their small success to someone else's giant result and feel inadequate. Your breakthrough is proof, not completion. It's a milestone, not the finish line. The key is to use it wisely, celebrate it, learn from it, and keep building. How to handle your breakthrough. 1. Pause, but don't stop. Take a moment to recognize your progress. Reflect on the effort it took, then return to your consistent work. 2. Double down on habits. The habits that got you here are still the ones that will take you further. Don't abandon your second shift for excitement or praise. 3. Learn from the result. Breakthroughs often reveal what works and what doesn't. Pay attention. Adjust your strategy. Iterate. 4. Stay humble and focused. Early wins are fragile. Protect them with consistency, discipline, and focus. The ripple effect. Your first breakthrough does something powerful. It changes your identity. You start seeing yourself as a creator, not just a dreamer. You gain confidence in your ability to produce results. Your second shift no longer feels like an experiment, it feels like a pathway. The breakthrough doesn't have to be huge. It just has to exist. Small wins compound into bigger wins. One visible sign of progress becomes a catalyst for more action, more growth, and more results. Action step. Celebrate your first breakthrough, no matter how small. Then pick one specific next step to build on it. Send a follow-up email. Create another piece of work. Expand your project or skill. Momentum is fragile at this stage. The choice you make now, consistently showing up, will determine whether your first breakthrough leads to a life-changing second, third, and fourth. Your first breakthrough is proof that your second shift works. But it's only the beginning. Keep building, keep showing up, keep stacking small wins. Because the second shift doesn't end with one success, it ends when your dream becomes your life. Chapter 10. Knowing when to shift. All the hours you've invested, All the nights you stayed up, all the small, consistent actions you took after your 9 to 5. At some point, your second shift will reach a tipping point. Your dream, once invisible and quiet, will become tangible, real, and strong enough to support you fully. This chapter is about recognizing when it's time to shift. When your purpose life is ready to move from the after-hours experiment to your main path. Signs your dream is ready. How do you know it's time? There are a few clear signals. 1. Consistent momentum. Your work keeps producing results, week after week. Progress is no longer fragile, it's predictable. 2. Financial viability. Your dream generates enough income, or has a clear path to generate enough income to support you without risking your stability. 3. Confidence and competence. You have the skills, experience, and knowledge to sustain the next level of growth. You're no longer learning at a beginner pace, you're creating real value. 4. Passion that outweighs comfort. You feel more alive building your dream than just maintaining your 9 to 5. The pull of your purpose life is stronger than the safety of routine. Preparing for the shift. Even when the signs are clear, a shift requires planning. It's not reckless, it's deliberate. 1. Secure a safety net. Save a buffer of money. Reduce debt. Prepare for the transition. 2. Test the waters. Try scaling your dream gradually, more clients, bigger projects, or increased output before fully leaving your job. 3. Refine your habits. Your second shift habits, the discipline, focus, and consistency are now the foundation of your main path. Protect them. 4. Clarify your why. Know exactly why you're making the shift. The stronger your why, the more resilient you'll be when challenges arise. The mindset shift. Leaving your 9 to 5 doesn't mean abandoning what you've built. It means leveraging your foundation. Your paid life provided stability, structure, and resources. Your second shift built skills, confidence, and momentum. Now, you combine both. Your dream becomes your primary work, and your life aligns fully with your purpose. Action step. Ask yourself these questions. Am I consistently producing results in my second shift? Do I have a clear plan to support myself while pursuing my dream full-time? If the answer is yes, it's time. Not someday. Not when everything is perfect. Now. The reward. When you finally shift, something amazing happens. Your life no longer feels divided. Your energy flows toward what truly matters. Your second shift is no longer necessary, because your purpose life is now your main life. The 9 to 5 was never your enemy. It was your foundation. And now, because of the hours, the discipline, and the small wins stacked in silence, your dream is strong enough to become your life. You don't just survive anymore. You live deliberately, fully, and on your own terms. This concludes your journey through the second shift, from quiet nights of effort to your first breakthrough, and finally to the moment your dream supports you. The path is clear. Consistency, discipline, and choice create the life you've always wanted. Your second shift ends not when work stops, but when your dream becomes your reality. Conclusion. Your life, your choice. Look back for a moment. Think about the nights you stayed up after work, the mornings you woke up tired but still pushed forward, the small wins, the failures, the doubts you faced quietly in your second shift. Every hour mattered, every choice mattered, every moment you invested in yourself added up. And now, here you are, closer than ever to the life you've imagined. The truth about change. Change doesn't happen because of luck. It doesn't happen because someone else notices your potential. It happens because you choose it over and over again. You chose to work when it was hard. You chose focus over distraction. You chose discipline over comfort. That is the real power of the second shift. It's not about escaping your 9 to 5, it's about using it as the foundation for your future. From second shift to full life. Eventually, your routine changes. The hours after work are no longer for building a dream, they are the hours you live it. Your paid life gave you stability. Your second shift gave you skills, confidence, and momentum. Now your life aligns fully with your purpose. No excuses remain. No someday is needed. What you worked for in silence becomes visible. What you built quietly becomes your reality. The choice is always yours. Every day, you decide. Distraction or action, comfort or growth, waiting or building. Every hour is an opportunity to shape your life. The 9 to 5 was never your enemy. The late nights weren't wasted. They were investments in yourself. And the result? You don't just survive. You live deliberately. You build boldly. You create a life that reflects the effort, persistence, and courage you showed when no one was watching. Your dream isn't a someday idea anymore. It's your life. And that life, your life starts now.